Philly fan. Philly fan.
It came Mr. Manuver, here rocking on Philly fan, you heard me? Shit about to get doofy.
Alright, man, yeah, a lot of people been asking for this story, you know what I mean, for a minute, you know what I mean? Like, people want to know the whole history, you know, the Super Fly Boy situation, Fly Boys Clothing Company, you know what I mean, everything, so we're going to give them everything, man. We're going to start from the very, very beginning.
You already know.
You know what I mean? So, you was born and raised down the Ave, so, you know, that's how we got the relationship with Hollow, because he from the same block.
Right,
you know I mean?
right down the street.
Right down the
Mac Street.
Right. And then, I mean, migrated up to South Philly, and that's how we got the connection with journalists, because he was right there.
Right.
So that's when I came along, you know, that's when I was born and all that, so we know him from there. Then we moved up Logan a little while later, and, you know, we got that's how we know Chinko and them, you know what I mean? So shout out to them too.
Right.
So all of them are part of this story, so we gonna give them that. So let's start off with how you first started rapping in high school. You was going to Dobbins and all of that. You start freestyling with your homies, you know what I mean? Y'all was making little tapes, just messing around. Like, what made y'all want, like, give them that spill? I never knew this. What made y'all want to do that to begin with?
My man Kurt was in. It's crazy because I always I just listen to rap all the time. I love rap, like I love music. I love bars since I was a young boy. When I hear somebody say something crazy, it just, I mean, it just made me go crazy. Like, I love that shit, know what I mean? But my man Maul, we was in Spanish class, and this nigga always in the back of the class just writing, know what I mean? He just writing, he was always writing bars and raps, you know what I mean? And I wasn't even really writing like that, I just love music. And then my man Duran, you know, we go back there, holler at him, see what's up with him. Like, yo, you always back here writing in Spanish class, you ain't doing no work, know what I mean? Everybody fell anyway, but he back there just writing all the time. I'm like, bro, what's up with you, man? What you doing? Like, I'm writing these bars, you know. Nah, I mean, I'm writing these raps. So we like, let me hear that. I mean, let me hear something. He started spitting them joints. So we like, that joint, all right, a little bit, like, know what I mean? And this my man, like, we in school every day, you know what I mean? So it's like, damn, you looking at it like, know what I mean? We all doing the same stuff, you know what I mean? So he started writing, so we just started chilling back there with him. We ain't know what we doing Spanish class anyway. Start writing, we was like a little competition, I mean, so we could write the best little verse. Then we start recording it on the tape, I mean, back, that's how you know, I mean, it was a minute ago, cause we had the little radio show. We had the radio, we'd take the tape, put the tissue in the tape, know what I mean, and press record and play at the same time. You can record your voice in the radio, know what I mean, and you'll play some music from somewhere else, like some instrumentals or something from another radio. That was your studio right there, so we'd be in the crib just recording, doing stuff like that, making little tapes, just playing around with that shit, you know what I mean? And it actually just kept going, because I always bumped into somebody that was writing, doing music. Like you said, we was down Logan, Chinko was, you know what I mean? Before he was Chinko, he was China Black, you know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all used to be together a lot, you know what I mean, on the
that's
rap,
my man.
Because remember, even one time, me, you and him made a little tape.
Right.
In the basement.
In the basement.
Karaoke jar,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so he used to be around heavy, you know what I mean, as far as the rap shit, yeah?
Yeah, so we was doing, you know what I mean, down Logan, I was doing shit with him, you know, messing around. We was down Erie Avenue, you know, H&M, they was doing their thing, they had the paper chaser drum. You know what I mean, we was down South Philly, Jern was doing him, he was rocking with cannabis, so I was always stayed around music, you know what I mean? So I just kept messing around with it, because everybody I was connecting with and dealing with on an everyday basis was doing music, you know what I mean? So it was like, it was a nice little hobby, and I liked doing it. Even me and my man Ant and Foot Locker was battling each other, doing little verses here and there when I was working at Foot Locker. You know what I mean? Just messing around with it. Shout out my man Ant Tilo, you know what I mean? He was doing his thing, his brother, you know, Blockhead was making the beats for us. He crazy with it, so I just stayed around some music, you know what I mean? And I just kept it going a little bit, you know what I mean? And I always was grinding, so I just added that to that. You know what I mean? It really was like a hustle too. It was like a hobby, but at the same time like a hustle, like, you know what I mean? I like to grind anyway, so we're gonna just do this with that and make it do what it do.
Right.
You already know though.
So let's get to the journalist situation. Cause like you said, there was folks, and at the time he was doing him, he was signing him, he's running around.
Yeah, but we knew Jern before he
right.
was Jern, like, know what I mean? And that was crazy, cause we ain't seen him in a while, like we wasn't living out South Philly no more. Know what I mean? So my brother bumped it back into him, my older brother, Yablo. He was like, yeah, I just seen Feek down such and such. You know what I mean? He rapping now. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That's what's up, man. I'm like, what's his name? He like, journalist. I'm like, journalist? Mind you, man, my man Brandon was just in the crib.
That's when the Clue tape was out.
Yeah, the Clue tape and all that with Jerry Cannabis.
Yeah,
we would just
that joint. Like,
we just played that joint like 100 times already, like the night before,
everybody was talking about
the
that
week
joint.
before.
Sit on the strip and spit to the end of the clip. Believe me, dog, every bullet got a dent in the tip. But shit, I had to kill a man just to take his kilograms. Let 3 shots spin him around like ceiling fans when it comes.
So he like journalist. I'm like, ain't only know one journalist. I'm like, boy, that Feet copied off the board that be with Cannabis and shit, know what I mean? And he the boy that be with Cannabis, know what I mean? Kind of find out once we connected again. And I started banding with him, know what I mean? He was just showing me the game, like he got signed and everything. He was doing him, like he was just showing me, you know. I mean, I was just living that experience with him, know what I mean? He had me around him while he was doing his thing. It was a crazy experience. Like I said, I always stayed around some music. Everybody was doing music, so it was crazy. Everybody I dealt with on some other type time, so it wasn't just cause of music. Like I've been knowing these guys before we was really doing music heavy, or they was really doing music, I mean, at a high level. Like, I mean, before, like busting tracks with such and such, and didn't come to find out they do music years later. We like, damn, we, I mean, just doing this a couple years ago. Like, I mean, just connected with people that we grew up with. It was crazy, but everybody was doing their thing. Like,
alright. So yeah, he had the corporation. You was a part of the team. You, like you said, T-Lo, Kilogram. I did the interview.
Kilogram, shout out Kilogram.
Jaren talked about that too. Know what I mean? And then one point, I remember like H was trying to recruit you. Like one day, I think I think he came and scooped us from somewhere. He was in the car, like, yo, man, I want you to get down with this, whatever. Like he was trying to get you down to join number, whatever. And then eventually you did become a part of the team. Like they already was established, they already was doing them, but you was like, once you came on board, that kind of like put them to the next level. So talk about, I mean, first getting down with him, how it was and all that.
No, they definitely was already on the next level. Like it was a blessing for them to even just put me in that situation because they was popping already.
Right, yeah, they definitely was established.
I grabbed the CD like, these niggas is doofier. Right. Like these niggas is crazy. Like they was already goofy. Like, know what I mean? It just so happened that I already knew them prior to them, know what I mean, doing that. So when we always bumped into each other, know what I mean, we right down the street, know what I mean. So you know, we always talk about music, whatever, and then I spit some shit to them. I guess they was feeling me at a time where, know what I mean, I was stepping my bars up, and I spit something. Then they had me spit for Graham. Me and Spittish was and Graham was outside. We was spitting down on 11th Street, man.
Yeah, shout out to Spit, man.
Shout out Spit, rest in peace, Spit, man. You know, rest in peace, Black Rob, know what I mean? OG was out there at that time, you know, 11th Street. I mean, Erie Avenue, man. Shout out everybody, man. Everybody doing their thing now, everybody was doing their thing, you know.
So yeah, when you first got down with the Chasers, I mean, you start running around with them, you was already down the Ave heavy, but you start hanging with them heavy, and I mean, that's when you start really getting caught up in the mix. Like when you was with Jern, I mean, you was more so working in Foot Locker, like you said with T-Lo, y'all had the sneakers for days, like,
yeah, oh man,
the sneaker plug, like, I mean,
we can't talk about that, though, know what I mean, we can't get to that, but that was doofy.
Definitely. So then once you start running with them, you start getting in the mix, you know, Armand all around, like everybody. So now I mean, and then you end up getting caught up in a couple situations. You got booked twice, caught two little cases in the mix of that. So speak on that experience, cause that you don't even dig how that shaped my situation. Looking at that, like, oh, I can't get caught up cause I see what happened to bros. Like,
yeah.
so give them that spill, like how that was, cause they was back to back too, like.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was a lot going on. So then it's area Ave, so you know what I mean. If you just know that at that time, in that era, in that environment, you know it was goofy, man. Like so crazy. Like, I mean, I just came up in a situation where, you know, we was doing music together. We all grew up together. Everybody grew up together, but you know, everybody go their different way to do them. I'm playing ball. I'm back and forth down Logan because we down Logan too. So I'm back and forth down area down Logan. I'm fucking with, I mean, a whole bunch of motherfuckers back and forth. Know what I mean, I ain't just down the Ave and shit, know what I mean? So when I come down, it's love, know what I mean? Everybody getting at $1. They like, look, man, this is what we doing. Know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I wasn't thinking about selling no drugs or nothing. Like, drugs was always around, but I wasn't thinking about selling drugs. Like, I was trying to play ball. I was trying to rap. I was trying to do something else. I mean, I ain't know what I wanted to do. I was trying to figure it out, but I'm like, I ain't really worrying about selling drugs. Everybody I'm around sell drugs, and I see the situations, they ain't a good look for me, you know what I mean, on that type of time. That's how I was thinking at the time. But then once I started hanging around certain people, it's like, this is what everybody's doing. They like, look, and it's right here, like, know what I mean? It's like, damn, what, know what I mean? It's right here, you know, so I'm in the mix now, heavy, like, know what I mean? Running around doing, I ain't really thinking about, I'm rapping, but I ain't really thinking about rapping now, because there's a bunch of shit going on. It's like, damn, the rapping, that shit cool. Get in the studio, write a couple bars and all that shit, but the money's out, know what I mean? You know where the money at, so we gonna get the money. So it wasn't even really, you know what I mean? So it was a lot going on. At the time, I couldn't really focus it on music how I should have, how I look back now, how I should just focus on music. There was too much going on. You know what I mean? I should just went hard with the music, you know what I mean? But, you know, you get in the mix and the money talk. I mean, you can't talk heavy if you don't walk heavy, you hear me? That's the area of way, so you gotta get it first before you talk it like you wanna talk it. So that's what I was on. I was on that mission, like, you know what I mean? Back and forth, but at the same time, I still was rapping. You know what I mean? And we was killing shit, cause we was talking that shit, we was doing all that shit, like, I mean, area, like, we was doing it, so it was nothing, like, it wasn't, like, I mean, like, some people, it seemed like they just trying to, like, I mean, you just know when it's natural, like, you know when it's authentic. Like, and you can see, like, when you pull up, you know what I mean? When you pull up, when you're around this, you know what type of time it is, like, you know what type of time you're on.
Right. Yeah, so after you joined this before the H battle came out with Ness and all that.
Yeah, but way before that.
Yeah, but the whole situation was lit already, like, far as, like, the music, niggas running around battling, like, niggas had a wave way before that joint came out,
right.
Even with the Club Flow situation, like,
right.
Niggas heard about the battle, like, he did the battle a minute ago before it came out, so niggas heard about it, but niggas still was established on their own without that coming out yet. So down Club Flow, niggas had the joint on Smash pretty much. So give them the spill on, like, how that was a little bit, that experience.
Well, Club Flow was doofy. You know what I mean? We started going down there and, you know, they was letting people perform and do their thing. You know what I mean? We just had to sign up. Like, that was like never before, you know what I mean? At that time, like, nobody was doing that. So shout out Larry Larry, like, he definitely put a lot of people on. You know what I mean? Because we couldn't find no outlet like that to go, you know what I mean, perform in front of people we don't even know. You know what I mean, and display our talent. So we was killing them, like, it was goofy. Like, Larry was loving this, the crowd was loving this. You know what I mean, H was the man, H was killing shit, you heard? Like, you know what I mean? Like no other at that time, and still to this day. You know what I mean? So they just was feeling everything. Like, we was hitting them hard, like, you know what I mean? Larry show love, we show love though. I mean, let everybody display their talent. So we was killing Club Flow, and we bumped into everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody was down there doing their thing at that time. You know what I mean? That was the only outlet. So you got, you know, us, Paper Chasers. You got Creed Forge. You know what I mean? You got Joey Jahad, Cicero, Cass. You know what I mean? The Figures, State Property. Everybody down there trying to get on, like, trying to display their talent, show who the best. Like, everybody, Spitters down there. I mean, Scrap Metal down there, everybody. I mean, shout out everybody.
Trying to get on at that time.
Yes, everybody.
They was down there.
That was the outlet at that time, you know. So we was going down there like, this is what it is. We gonna show everybody Erie Avenue all day, you heard? Right. Go down there trashing them, you know what I mean? Trashing them every week. Hot 16s, we battling, performing. Everything, they feeling, they loving the flavor, you heard? So, you know what I mean? We was just trashing them. Then we dropped the bananas on them.
Oh, we gonna get to that,
know
bro, because that's definitely a heavy part of that situation, but I want to jump back this time for a second. So now I'm going to get back to the Flow situation, because I did a lot of interviews with a lot of different people, you know, a lot of rappers from that era, all of them talk about Flow. But niggas really had Flow on Smash, and like I said, once the DVD came out, with the Hollow battle, that just took it to a whole nother level. Know what I mean? So you was right there, dead in the mix, like, and then at some point in time, I came in the mix and experienced it, like, so on the strip, I can speak on this from my perspective, like, when I start coming around, I started coming around before it came out, the DVD came out, but I seen how it was, like, niggas had a wave, niggas had the music, the Club Flow, I'm getting in, I'm in high school, bro, getting in, they not patting me down, we ain't gotta pay nothing, get right in, do us, groupies pulling on me, I ain't even on the song yet, like, just on the strip that I'm in the mix. Like,
Dude.
I mean, I'm talking about going down the hood. I'm face brother. Like, cause like you said, we moved around. So I'm coming. When I was a young boy, we stayed on Kamek Street, Atlantic Street, and Venango. So now, when I'm older, I come around. Everybody know me on the street. Like that shit means something. Like, that's face brother. That's face. All this shit was crazy. Like niggas really had the lifestyle of somebody that was signed without a deal. So down there. Like, it was goofy, all the way goofy. And then, like we were saying, the Bananas DVD situation come along. So to tie in the situation as far as you catching them cases, you was actually on house arrest when you first started it. Now, mind you, the original idea, you came up with it. You was like, yo, we gonna do, everybody in the group doing they little solo group thing. Like H and Nick had they joint, Lab and Skis had they joint. So you like, you know what, me and you gonna do a joint. And we're going to come up with a DVD to put out with the CD. So we're going to call it Sucker Free. So we started off recording ourselves. The first joint we did, we just was talk pop and shit. And then we was rapping on our own. And then you say, you know what? While you was on house arrest, you was getting up early as shit in the morning, running around, just getting footage. Like, coming back with crazy footage. Like, coming back with the joint with bumping Dutch and shit.
Shizzle, a.k.a. Sucker Free himself. You heard me? I'm stay Sucker Free. I'm rolling with Sucker Free niggas, Erie Avenue niggas. Love it. On die for it. Supply it. You heard me? It's the Doobie Brothers.
And they was popping their little shit on there. Right. That's why he said the Sucker Free joke, because that's back when the Sucker Free DVD. You ran that around, got a whole lot of footage. Like, you getting classic shit. Graham seen what you was doing. He was like, you know what? Let's make this a Bananas joint, make it for the team. And you was like, because you're a team player. I mean, because you could have said, no, like, this man show shit. Like, we doing this. We got our own. But you was like, no, you're a team player. So you was like, no, we could, this going to be the team, John. We going to call it Bananas.
Of course, because we all trying to get this money.
Right. And then we had, he was like, damn, we had the flow shit pop. He was like, we know a lot of different rappers. So you was like, you know what? We going to get the people on there that we know. Like,
we out here for the flow, nigga. My man Spaceman on house arrest. We out here. My man Cicero. My man LP. Nigga, we out here.
Like the Joey Jahaz and the Spittages, the people that's around that nobody really know like that. Because at the time, they wasn't on no DVDs like that. At this time, like, nobody really knew them. The people that was, mind you, the footage that you got that day. Let's start off with the beginning of Bananas 1. Well, Cicero was going that cast. That was first time he did that. You got that footage.
So bet something hot. If you bet nothing pop, beef like sex. Be strapped to catch something hot. I'm that wise, that's why I wear the mag. FYI, I'm too deep to get compared to Cass.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Say it again.
I'm too deep to get compared to Cass.
Right, and you heard it here twice. You heard it here twice.
Then Spittage spit. A lot of people never seen Spittage on DVD before.
Right.
I said, I ain't changing up a thing, I'ma stick with it. So take heed to what I say, shit, my clique live it. It's the kid Spittage. Since 9-6, seen niggas imitate pop and get big-headed.
Now, I mean, that was a nice little cipher out there. You got that. Then went on to have some other classic shit. You got a classic story with Gil, and there's a whole bunch of shit. We ain't got to run down the whole Bananas one, but the point is, you was running around getting that shit done on house arrest, bro. So where you even get the idea? What made you want to do it? Like, you got, because I don't even know. I got the camera shit from you, and I don't even know how you even did the shit. Like, so you got to give me that spill.
It was crazy, so, like, if I explain to you, I don't know, like, that shit was just crazy, cause I just had this idea, like, know what I mean, this is what I'm gonna do, know what I mean, and it's like, there's gonna be nothing to do, cause I'm around this shit all day, it's like, know what I mean, cause I seen, like, know what I mean, motherfuckers doing little DVDs and shit, like, we was watching these New York John DVDs, and I forgot, I think we was in Grand Creek, you know, Graves to have all them little DVDs and shit, so I see, like, niggas making DVDs and shit, and I'm like, damn, we're around all this shit anyway, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, as far as on that type time, know what I mean? I just seen it, like, and I knew, like, I'm around niggas that's doofy, like, I be watching DVDs, there ain't no disrespect to none of y'all, or none of whatever I was, know what I mean, watch at the time, but I'm like, I know 10 niggas around the corner that's doofy right now. If I drive down the Ave, I know niggas that's doofy. If I drive down Logan, I know niggas that's doofy. If I drive down South Philly, niggas that's doofy. So I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna get y'all the real, cause y'all ain't in it, like, I don't know who y'all get, where y'all get these niggas from, but I'm in the streets and I'm running around. I see the hottest niggas around, so I might as well get them and let y'all Know what I mean? Get the shit, know what I mean? The real shit, cause I don't know what the fuck niggas was putting out, know what I mean? That shit was, so on that type time like that, like, cause I figured like we around the hottest niggas, we know the hottest niggas, so if y'all niggas doing that, I mean, it's gonna be nothing to do.
Right.
On that type time, and then we just took it to a whole nother, like, that shit got crazy, like, I ain't gonna hold you, that, know what I mean? Shout out H-Man too, bro, cause I swear, like,
that was like that exclusive H shit. Yeah, the exclusive H shit on there. Like
H had that shit rocking and rolling, man. Like it
like
was a whole nother. Like you talking about how you felt when you came down. Imagine
that's
me.
What I'm saying. You was right
I
there.
was right there.
Like you was like right next to him the whole time.
I went H every day, all day. We running around battling. This before that even popped off. The H-Man battery popped off. We literally run around battling 50, 60 people every other day, bro. Just battling, just going around battling. Then we hitting the F, we backed it up. Know what I mean? We hopping out of this, we hopping out of that. We got this on, we got that on. It's just like, it was just crazy. Then it was like so effortless because it was what we was doing. So it was like nothing, like we didn't even know what we was doing. But H he just brought that spotlight to the F and
that shit was
niggas got turned out. Like, niggas got turned out. It was
niggas had everything except the deal. Like
goofy,
everything was lit. Niggas had the reputation. Niggas had that shit in, so niggas knew they could get it in from. I mean, like it was on that project, right? And then when the DVD actually came out, this how you know it was a different era because them Jones $20 a pop. I remember y'all just bringing them up to my school the day it came out.
Killing them.
Know what I mean? Like y'all came up there. Oh man, like. That shit was goofy up there at Westchester. And then the city, we got a crazy story though that you told me though too. Like, this is a story I want you to give. When we was down Club Flow, we was recording for part 2 because the DVD had already came out. So niggas already heard about it. So you started recording some more shit. And down Club Flow, Meek had approached you about getting the joint off you. And the joint was $20. But he said he only had 10. He was like, you know what? I'm going to give you the joint for 10. And he's like, yo, can I spit something on the camera? And he's like, go ahead. And then you recorded, then we got that footage. And we ended up putting that shit out a little bit later after that.
It's Meek Mill. Listen, give me your O, I stew that shit. Whip it rock, hit the block, and I move that shit. Nigga, I can show you how to do that shit. You pull your hammer on me, you better use that shit.
You probably
that was that Lost H footage?
Yeah.
I don't remember the whole story.
Yeah, I know you probably because that shit was so long ago.
Yeah.
But I definitely remember you telling me that because you got the footage. But when you ain't know who he was, nobody knew who he was. He wasn't nobody at the time. He was just a nigga coming down there trying to get on like everybody else.
Right.
But sometime later, because we ain't put the DVD right out, sometime later, his wave had started getting up. Niggas started knowing who he was. So once we started going back through the footage, we ended up seeing that we had the same, like that was him. Like, oh shit. So then we ended up putting the DVD out later. But I remember you told me that story though, because he ended up getting the DVD off you, spitting some bars on the John, and then I'm just saying that to say, look at how he took up, because he was hungry for that shit. Meek really wanted to get on, like he was out there, he was one of the boys that really was out there trying to get on.
That shit free Meek. Meek got that shit.
He turned all the way up from there, like.
Yo, you fucking me up, bro. You killing me. This shit doofy. Like, shout out to Philly. That's dope. Like, he fucking me up.
Yeah, he started from then though, hungry, trying to get on.
Yeah.
I mean, like he definitely supported the DVD because he watched the DVD, he knew about the Bananas Jones and all that. So I always remember that story for sure. Another situation that happened there at Club Flow, because on top of that, him spitting, it was a little cipher because Hattie stepped up, he spit, D Jones spit, Tech 9 spit, it was a bunch of like, you got a lot of classic footage on the con,
right.
Like not even knowing it was gonna be classic because a lot of them wasn't even known. Like nobody really
and
knew.
Nobody was all together like that. That's
right.
what I'm saying. Larry brought that situation to put everybody together like that. And it's like, damn, why not take advantage? I'm like, this shit crazy. Like everybody, these is all the guys right here.
Right.
Like these is all the guys right here. Like how the DVD boys was doing it. They probably you gonna have to ride here, ride the uptown, then ride out Southwest to get him. And then ride out Germantown to get him, then come all the way back here, and he might spin you, and then you might have to go here. I know how that shit is, cause we be doing a little bit of that shit too, know what I mean, in the early days and shit. But it's like, no, I ain't gotta do. Know what I mean? Then I had my camera. I borrowed my camera in the basement. I ain't even buy it, y'all.
That was a crazy situation to even
look,
do that.
We made money. Listen, listen, man. we've been doing this for a long time, man, and like it's crazy because we really was doing it. Like, and I look back, I'm like, yo, that shit was crazy because we was doing it without even know how that shit was gonna impact a lot of shit, man. Like, that shit crazy, but we was grinding them joints at 20 a watt, $10 a watt. We ain't even get to the shirts yet. It's all DVD from when the DVDs was popular. Like, this bananas, like, I don't know what y'all talking about, you know what I mean?
That shit started
bananas, dude.
That shit started a whole different kind of wave.
20 a watt, 10 a watt.
Cause mind you was a rapper doing it. Wasn't no rappers filming niggas and putting them on nothing. Especially, like we said, we had this shit on lock at the time.
Right.
So wasn't nobody who had the light taking a camera and giving other niggas light who ain't have no light. Cause Bananas introduced a lot of niggas, mind you. That was the first DVD I was really on like that. That was the first DVD, like I said,
That's the first DVD I was on.
That's the first DVD the whole team.
Yeah.
Like, so it was a lot of people. That was the first time they was actually on something. And then, you know, the whole series down the line, we introduced a lot of people that never was on nothing before. Like, so that shit right there definitely was heavy. Like, for sure. But one more, before we get to the clothing line situation, because that was epic in itself. One more classic
club. A lot of money been made, man.
Another classic club folk moment. You battled the boy Jen. The boy Home Alone had the footage. He had it on DVD, but I can't get in concert.
Right.
Home Alone, if you see this shit, man, find that footage and get it to me so we can put it up. Because at the time, Jen was, you know, he was heavy battle boy. He was signed with Rough Riders. Yeah. He had a nice little wave for the battle shit. He just happened to be at Club Flow at the time.
He just came to the wrong spot, the wrong time with the wrong niggas.
They had the Hot 16 battle. You know, we was taking turns as chips down there. So, you know, I happened to miss this night, but I heard about it. Everybody was talking about that shit. Like, but it's crazy that the footage never really came up like this. So you gotta give the spill on that.
But they ain't even about nothing, because that was light though. But it was just, that's how you know at that era it was crazy. Cause Bull actually was doing this thing with that battle thing.
He was heavy.
Like, he was coming through jaws.
He was signing Rough Riders and them off of that.
Right. He was bodying a lot of people, but he just came through the wrong spot at the wrong time, bro, with the wrong niggas, like I said, because we was doing our thing, so you couldn't tell us nothing. It ain't matter who you was, you couldn't tell us nothing at that time. I'm telling you, you couldn't tell us nothing. We was doing it, like whatever you want to do, how you want to do it, whatever you want, we got it. Every avenue, you know, they can go holler at us, know what I mean? Oh, man, so whoever came through it, whatever, it didn't matter. Because we had it on, and we hopped out of it, and we talked like we wanted to talk it. We still do, like, know what I mean? And everybody from area going feel the same way, because when I say that, because they know that's how we do. Like, they gonna feel in their body, like, yeah, that's how we get busy. Like, we talk that talk, know what I mean? It's the Area Avenue way. So when they came around, whoever it was, because it wasn't just him, you know what I mean? I ain't throwing nobody's names out there because it was old and I can't really get nothing off that, you know what I mean? But a lot of people came through and got
a lot of people. We had that. I mean, it was definitely a whole lot of battles going on down there, like, for sure.
Bar for bar, like,
a lot of people, for sure.
Every avenue, you heard me? Like, a lot of people came through, got bodied, you know what I mean? They ain't have a lot of what they got out now to record stuff and do a lot of stuff, but we know, you know what I mean? But they ain't about nothing though, because that was then, this is now. You know, we on a whole different time right now.
Right.